Right.
Yeah, when we see how this unfolds, this is what I would call the definition of what impact weather is. It's more inconvenient than anything else, although some localized flooding is possible. Most of us are not going to have to deal with severe or flash flood issues. It is a hit or miss proposition when it comes to that. Now, this is what hit or miss is. So look at this downpour that is right on the Shelby-Jefferson County line, very close to the Bessemer Airport, tracking northeast up in toward Hoover and Bluff Park, Cahaba River Estates. That eventually, if it holds together, could get up toward Vestavia, but it's already beginning to lose some steam as we see it right now on First Warning Live radar. Showers around Etowah County losing some punch too, a few around Tuscaloosa, Greene, maybe a little clipping the edge of northern Hale County, but not a whole lot left around here for the next few hours. Tomorrow and Friday, they are first warning impact days. And the primary issue here, the flash flood risk that's from Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Pell City, southward. Think I-20 south, that's where the heavier rain will be. And then some scattered storms are going to stick around through Monday. Well, here's the latest on Arthur. This thing has essentially been over land its entire life cycle. It's very unusual to see a depression and a storm that gets a name never really be out over the ocean. But this has been over water, at least in part, but the majority of the storm itself has been here between Houston and Galveston for a couple of hours. It's been windy, but all the really nasty storms, the really tall cloud tops and the lightning are displaced about 200 miles from the storm out into the Gulf. 7 o'clock observation on this. The advisory from the National Hurricane Center showing it is barely a tropical storm at 40 miles per hour. It's essentially over land as we speak and then drifting up toward southeast Texas between now and 1 o'clock in the morning as a tropical depression. The track of this thing matters, not because it's a big storm, but because on the right-hand side of the path, which is going to come from Texas into Mississippi and across Alabama tomorrow, the greater risk of flash flooding is going to be on the right-hand side of it. So here it comes early tomorrow morning, all that moisture spreading northward. And even though we don't have quite as much up to the north, we could get some good downpours in North Alabama. Heaviest action, I think, is going to end up over the southern part of the state. And it may be deep into South Alabama where we get the 3 to 5 inch rainfall. Some communities in Shelby and Chilton, Bibb, Tuscaloosa, maybe even Jefferson, Talladega, Clay, possibly Calhoun and St. Clair could get more than an inch or two of rain, but most of us probably don't get quite that much. We have quieter weather through Friday night, and then look at this. As a weak front slides in, it's going to kick off more thunderstorms during the day Friday, the heaviest of which move to the south, which will again lead to another risk of some flash flooding over especially the southern part of the state on Friday. On Thursday, there is a large area colored in by the Storm Prediction Center where some severe storms could develop. We'll zone that down even farther toward Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, south. This is where the greater chance of severe weather would be. It's also where the greatest rainfall will be. And even with severe weather threat and that limited risk of a tornado, that is not a high-end kind of chance for tomorrow at all. I'm not even certain that we will get a tornado watch out of it tomorrow. It's something that we'll keep an eye on and, of course, keep you posted. Temps are going to be in the 70s all day tomorrow. Heavy rain and thunderstorms likely. First warning impact day again on Friday because of the scattered storms. Some of those will be heavy. And then Saturday and Sunday, we don't exactly shake the storms, but they will be fewer in number Saturday, increasing again on Father's Day.